We haven't yet been authorised to use any actual medication, but with regular ice packs we've managed to bring down the swelling in his spine, which... Yes, he can stand now, even walk a little. He's exercising using the weights and the pull-up rod we installed for him. No, we didn't learn much from the x-rays, except that he's not built the same as we are. Not like any of the others, either. 2 broken legs, both seem to have healed, but it's pretty obvious that we're missing something. No, he's talking a lot more now, and his English is coming along well. He learns quickly. I've never known him to forget a word once he's heard it, had it explained to him. Never had to tell him anything twice. He can't read. He says the Kerep never learn because they're too stupid. I seriously doubt if that's true, certainly not if he is typical. He has never really been able to rely on writing anything down, so that might be why his memory is so... Well, no. At that stage, we were effectively starving him. He can't digest fish or meat. We hadn't picked up on the fact that he needs a plant-based diet. And we denied him pain relief, so he had no reason to think of us as friendly. Aggressive? No, I wouldn't say so, not at all. Well, yes, he did bite. He bit a nurse when he shoved a toothbrush into his mouth. Understandable, I thought, under the... Yes, he did. The same nurse, yeah. Because he touched him in a way he considered inappropriate. He often exercises naked. They don't have the same rules about nudity. No, that's right. The nurse in question thought it would be funny to pat him on the... Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he discouraged him vigorously. Yes, sir, fractured wrist. Learned from him. Okay. Well, his name, Saameron. The name of his race, the Kerep. His ship, I can't pronounce the name, but it translates to something like revenge. It's tattooed on his back, written in Nadiv. Yeah, it was a Nadiv ship, run by the Nadiv. Their enemies are allies, the Hanath and the Keragath, collectively known as the Kerahan. They're slavers. It's a war of liberation from SAAM's point of view. The Kerahan are highly aggressive, and they colonized SAAM's planet of origin generations ago. He was born on Hanath and doesn't even speak his own language, his mother tongue. His first language is Hanath. Once he was liberated, lifted by the Nadiv ship, he was trained to become a fighter. That's unusual for someone of his race. They tend to be a bit too placid. Still more unusual that they should be promoted. He has a small tattoo under one ear that shows his rank. Only one level above... Yes, sir, corporal, I suppose. He had started training as a lander pilot, but was forced to use the skills before he was combat ready. When the battle was drawing to a close, every available pilot was ordered to the landers. I believe he said he'd only had something like 2 of the 12 planned. He had a friend who gradually read the entire manual to him, so he actually knew far more than... No, I don't suppose it was on paper. I don't know, I really couldn't say. He worries about the crash. Was it his fault? Did he make some mistake? But he was happy to hear at least that there weren't any bodies in there with him. What else? Sam has a much better sense of smell than we do, closer to a dog's, I think, and unusually good hearing. He can hear what's said in the observation room even when the television is on. Oh, well, he asked me what a wanker was the day after I used the word in the observation room. No, sir, I'd rather not. Yes, sir. I found one of the male nurses watching Sam exercise, showing a little too much interest in my opinion. I informally... Yes, sir, I called him a wanker. Yes, sir. Sam. Yes, sir, Saameron. First name terms? As far as I know, sir, he only has one name. I would say he's pretty clever and skilled with his hands. I know he took the remote apart, but decided that the components were too, primitive. to be of any use to him, so he just reassembled it, put it back together. The TV was too high for him to reach. He was hoping to boost the signal from his comms. He has a comms device under the skin of his face, just here, below the cheekbone, in front of his ear. It has been silent since he got here. It could be that the others in his group are dead, or that they've decided, yes, sir, possibly not of any great value to them. What does he eat? Fruits, vegetables, small amounts of grains. He's very fond of carrots, apples and cheese, and he has a weakness for anything sweet, especially chocolate. We discussed chocolate as a food, and I said it wasn't a real food. Its only purpose is to be delicious, just for pleasure. He made a joke about that, but I didn't understand it. That's when he told me about the thing around his neck. There are markings on it that identify his owner. He's an ex-slave. The kind whose only purpose is to be just for pleasure. Yes, sir, I believe so. Either, sir. Both. Is he? I couldn't say. I don't think he knows. He was born into it, trained for it, and just did what he was told. One of the other nurses asked him the same thing, but I think he struggled to make sense of the question. Could be that in that culture... Yes, sir. No, sir. I realise he can't possibly give us anything like the technical info that we can get from... But surely he still has some value. Yes, sir. Well, he has seen a needle, but they normally inhale medication. He has allowed us to take blood samples. Well, I would like to say on record, we starved him. We failed to fix him. We denied him pain relief. His own people seem to have abandoned him. That necklace of his means he was somebody's property before the Nadiv freed him. How do you think he's going to feel when we trade him in like a used car? Hello, where is everyone? Oh, fuck, you gave me a fright. Where is everyone? You can let go of me now, I'm fine. I was unsteady for a moment. You gave me a fright, but, you're not supposed to touch me. You know that. Fuck's sake, Sam, I'm too old for this. Oh, you're quite wrong about that. One of the reasons I was given this job was because I'm so much older than you. Old enough to be a mother, I think. A lot older, anyway. It wouldn't. You don't have that... Well, that's good to know. Well, thank you. I'm not sure anyone has ever admired my ears before. Sam, you need to back off a bit. If anyone sees you touching me, they'll hit the alarm. He could be in the observation... No, you'd smell him. Okay. I still need you to back off. Please. Thank you. Yeah, well, I was being reprimanded by my commanding officer because I took you outside, let you use the pool. They seemed more upset because you were naked when you did it. No, I did not tell them that you slipped into the pool while I was on the phone with my mother, because it wouldn't help. Apparently a drone went over while you were in the water, and there's a great shot of you looking up at it, plastered all over the internet. Yeah, well, that's the trouble with drones. You don't always hear them coming. Yes, you're right. A noise like bees. Male bees. Drones. We talked about bees, right? Honey. Yeah, you would remember that. My father used to keep bees when I was a kid. The drones only exist to mate. Their one job is to find a queen and mate with her, and then they die. It's all they don't have a stinger, so they can't protect themselves, can't feed themselves. In the autumn, the worker bees, all females, kick them out of the hive to save resources, and they just die. They're kind of expendable. I brought you a bar of chocolate, the one with raisins. Well, you are very welcome. Okay, just a piece. It's more usual to break the pieces off and eat them like that. But biting it works too. Oh yes, Sally, I did hear. She has a few broken bones, but nothing that won't fix. She will be all right. But she won't be back. Apparently she was helping with the escape. One of the others. One of the ones with beautiful eyes. No, not as beautiful as yours. Blue. This one has blue eyes. No, I don't know his name. Someone you know, maybe. A friend. Well, Sally thought they were leaving together. He met her on the roof and then handed her over to one of the Nadiv who took English from her. Just about ripped it out of her head. Left her almost unconscious. Then her boyfriend just dropped her off the roof. Okay, so that isn't... not your friend. Good to know. Well, Sally is gone, and some of them now speak English, fluently, with an estuary accent. Pretty impressive. I did hear that one of them was on your lander. He was right behind you when you went down. He said that it was the blast from the explosion that... He was surprised to see a carrot fly a lander. Carrot, sorry. He doesn't know you're here. When they left you behind, they thought you were dead. He said you did a good job to get them down in one piece, even upside down. So that's something, right? I got permission to give you a soother, I think they said. A painkiller. The red ones are the mildest, is that right? And I was given the okay to... Here. Oh, you're going to... You just crush it. Wow, the fumes are bright red. Look at your face. I don't think I've ever seen you so relaxed. You look really sleepy. Let's get you into bed. Time for a nap, I think. Don't worry about it. It's just a sedative. I'm sorry about the restraints. Just wait! Sam, listen. They're taking you to America. There's a doctor there, a Nadiv, who thinks he can fix you. He's the one who gave us the formulation for the sedative. You'll sleep most of the way. You probably know him. He was on the same ship. Ven. His name is... Fuck! Sam, calm down. You're going to hurt yourself. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Just back the fuck off, will you? Can't you see he's frightened? He's confused. It's the drugs. Please. Please, Sam. Just relax. Give me a hand. I'm so sorry. Oh, fuck. Don't cry. It's going to be okay. Sam, can you still hear me? Get better, Sam. Get better. Sam, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You have to let go of my hand now. Sam. Goodbye, Sam.